Hi friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I am so glad for whatever it is that made you decide to click on my video today, and I hope by the end of the video you will decide to stick around and become part of my beauty YouTube family. We have a lot of fun. I swear we're truly like family, and for my returning viewers, thank you so much for your continued support. It literally means everything to me. You guys, I am so excited. So I have so many amazing things planned for the channel within the next couple weeks. I have just all of a sudden, I am blessed with like a ton of companies reaching out to me. I have so much PR for a channel my size. I have a ton of PR and a lot of exciting things coming, and I cannot wait to share them with you. And with that comes discount codes for you guys, giveaways. I have some amazing giveaways planned, and I'm just so excited. So yeah, you guys, if you are new, my name is Jeannie, and I don't know if I said that in the beginning of the video because I get off track, and this is a late night video. I worked all day, and let me just take a quick second to say, you guys, if you don't see a whole lot of me this next coming week, I actually put my 2 weeks in at the job that I have been in for years now, and I am already training while I'm serving out my last 2 weeks. I am training for my new position at another job. It's been a minute coming. I have wanted to leave the place where I was at for a minute. Things have changed there. I wasn't making the money that I was once making there because I work in the restaurant industry. But I didn't want to let go of it. I don't know. Some of you may have heard me say this before, but just about a year and a half ago, 3 days after the birth of my youngest child, my daughter, who's 1.5, I lost my brother. He lost his battle to his opioid addiction. And my brother and I worked at this establishment together. So I guess, like, even though I kind of have wanted to leave, it felt like if I was leaving a part of my brother behind. And I don't mean to, this is not even what the video is about, you guys. I'm so sorry, but I just wanted to tell you, if you don't see a whole lot of me this next week, it's because, like, when I'm not working at my job where I put my 2 weeks in, I'm training at my new job. So I'm literally working like 7 days a week. It's super late right now. It's like 2 in the morning. But you know that I love you guys. I gotta come on. I gotta say what's up. We're gonna do a video. We're gonna continue on with my makeup tour collection. We are getting so close to the eyeshadow palette part. Of course, it's going to be the grand finale of the series that's coming very soon. It's going to be like a 3-part video. Otherwise, it's going to be like a 3-hour video because I have a shit ton of eyeshadow palettes. But for today, we're going to go through Complexion products, concealers, foundations, tinted moisturizers. Yeah, guys, I've got a drawer this big full. I shit you not. We're going to go through them. We're going to talk about them. I'm going to declutter a shit ton of them. I know when I originally started this series, I said it was a tour and not a declutter, but there would probably be some parts where it would turn into a declutter, and this is definitely going to be one of them. I'm going to be getting rid of a ton of my Complexion products because it's time. I've got to let some go. So grab a drink, grab a snack, grab your cozy socks and your pet, and let's jump on in. Okay, so as with all of my collection tour videos, oh my god, you guys, I forgot to mention, I am so sorry. I have a giveaway going on right now. If you want your chance to win a brand new Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde eyeshadow palette, check the description box below. It'll say enter my giveaway here. Click on the video. Make sure you're subscribed and make sure you leave a comment on the giveaway video, and you will have your opportunity to win a brand new Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde eyeshadow palette. This palette is so beautiful. So I forgot to mention that. But now, without further ado, let's jump on in. It's so funny, you guys, when I do these videos, I'll like realize like the next day how many things that I like left out. Like my highlighter video, I forgot to show all of my highlighting palettes. Like I have a ton of highlighters, like single highlighters. So I'll show those probably in like my eyeshadow palette collection or whatever. But let's jump into the Complexion products in no particular order as per usual. This is a concealer from Marc Jacobs. I want to say it is like the Marc Jacobs Undercover Concealer. This is like a very, very, very thick concealer. But it's really good. It's definitely full coverage, and it's actually really good at not settling in the lines. Look how full coverage that is. That is like full coverage. Where can I like dot that in? On the biggest wrinkle that I have on my face, in between my forehead, which has actually really softened with a lot of skincare. Oh no. Okay, I was able to push it back down. But this is a really nice concealer. If you ever have an opportunity, I actually picked this up not too long ago at my TJ Maxx. So they have a lot of Marc Jacobs lately, and if you're able to find this in your shade, definitely recommend it. It does very well around the eyes without settling in. It's just a very thick, full coverage concealer. Next, from Complex Culture, and I know people hate on this brand because it's like the Ipsy brand, but if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I haven't tried one effing thing from the brand that I didn't love. I absolutely love this concealer. I actually just got another shade as an add-on in my Ipsy Glam Bag X or Glam Box X or whatever the hell it is, the Ipsy X, that is in transit and on the way. I cannot wait to share that with you all, but I actually purchased another one of these in a different shade. I love this concealer, like love this concealer. It is formulated with skin loving ingredients like hyaluronic acid and some other things as well. This was a perfect summer concealer shade for me, but now that my skin is a little bit lighter in the winter, I got another shade that is a little bit lighter, but absolutely love that concealer. And next, from Physicians Formula, I have the Healthy Foundation. Now, I actually have this in 2 different shades. It is a hefty glass bottle. Like, you could knock someone the freak out with this bottle, but this is actually a really nice drugstore foundation. This shade is a bit off for me. I do have another bottle, it's upstairs, that fits my shade a little bit better. My undertone's a little bit better. This is a little bit like yellow or warm toned for me. I'm definitely like a neutral undertone, but this is a freaking amazing foundation for a drugstore. And next I have the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. This is an amazing foundation as well. And I got it off of Amazon for like under $5, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. Very inexpensive and a really nice satin finish foundation. Ooh, this is one of my faves, guys. This is the Clarins Skin Illusion. So this is definitely more of a higher end option. And it's kind of like a skin tint, but with a little bit more coverage than your average one. I would classify this as like a medium coverage. Let me just quickly show you. But it is like a skin tint, but when on, and ooh, I put way too much on. Holy shit. Look at that. Do I even have something to wipe this off with nearby? Give me 1 sec, guys. Let me just grab something right here yeah, I've got my pajama pants on, so don't mind that. But let me like wipe some of this off and then properly show the coverage on that. This is definitely a summer shade on me, if you can't tell. And actually, as much as I love this, it might actually be time to let this go because it's getting older. I've had it for a while, and I think looking at it on my hand, well, no, I wiped it off. Girl, it's late. I think that it's starting to oxidize a little bit where it kind of turns orangey yellow, but I'm not going to get rid of it just yet. I definitely want to revisit how it's performing before I get rid of it, but it is an amazing product. Okay, you guys, love this. This is the Marc Jacobs Extra Shot Concealer from his Cafe collection. Mine is in the shade Light 150, which is supposed to be like fair to light, neutral undertoned, and total full coverage concealer. You get a ton of concealer in there. The packaging is that frosted glass and gold on top. Super luxe. Very nice, big, soft doe foot applicator. Very full coverage. Really good with fine lines. amazing. This is another really amazing TJ Maxx find for me. They do have these quite often, but I have never been able to find a shade that would even be close to working for me until I found this a couple weeks ago, and I am absolutely in love with the product. Definitely recommend. So from Tristique, I actually have two of their foundation sticks. I have the Lima Opal and the, I want to say Cape Cod. Yep. So these are foundation sticks, and I actually really like these. One side is foundation, the other side is like a built-in sponge, and I will be honest with you, I don't use the sponge. Whoops. I use like a little sponge or sponges for my foundation, but I like to use them damp. Even my concealer sponges, I just have the little ones, but always damp. It just works best for my skin type, maybe because I'm dry and beginning to age. But these are great, and I use these a lot for like mixing for like some of my favorite foundations that I have a shade that's just slightly off, and add a little bit of one of these in it to lighten it or darken it or just kind of change the undertone on it just a tad. These work great for that, but also would work great by themselves. Also, I have two of the Bounce Beauty Blender foundations. The shades that I have are 230W and 240NO. I love both of these. I do feel like the 240 is a little bit better of a match for me, but they're very similar in shade. I really think that the only thing that is different on them is kind of like the undertone when it's blended out, but I absolutely adore these. So I won't be getting rid of those. Okay, we need to find some that I'm going to declutter, because you guys, I still have a whole freaking drawer full. Okay, we're gonna start the declutter process now. Are you guys ready? You guys, I just got this off of a BoxyCharm sale. So it's from TYNT, I guess, Tint. And it is their, it says it's their brightening eye cream. But, so that is the applicator on it. And whoops, I have mine in the shade Whisper, which is the light shade, and it comes out like a concealer, and then it blends in like an eye cream. Super hydrating, super illuminating. And okay, so not full coverage like at all, but there's definitely coverage there. And for me, with the under eye area, it's not really so much that I'm like looking for a full coverage, but I'm looking for a brightening effect. I want to like brighten under my eyes. This stuff is really good, and of course it's got skin loving ingredients, because it's like one of those skincare makeup hybrids where it's like skincare and makeup together. So definitely recommend this if you have dry under eyes that you want to brighten, but like sometimes a full coverage concealer is too much because maybe you have dry eyes and maybe you're starting to age, and those very thick full coverage concealers start to look cakey and just bad after a while, like after some hours of wear. This is a really good alternative. So thought I would have mentioned that. From Tarte, I have the C Hydro Concealer. So this is supposed to be a very hydrating concealer from Tarte. I actually really like it. I use it all the time. So there is that. Won't be getting rid of that one. From Dose of Colors, I have the Meet Your Hue. This is in the shade, is it Light 07? Absolutely adore this one. Won't be getting rid of that. Okay, so from Tarte, now I actually have 3 of these in my collection. They are the Shape Tape Glow Wand. So not to be confused with the Shape Tape Concealer. This is more of like an illuminating product, but the way that I use this is I will like dot in some dots wherever I'm going to put my concealer, and then I'll do like half this and half concealer. I'll be like boom 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 boom, and then I'll take my concealer and do the exact same thing, literally like right on top of it, and then blend it all in together with a damp beauty blender. If you have dry skin, I'm telling you, this is an amazing thing to do. It really brightens and illuminates and makes the under eye area look really healthy and glowy without being like sparkly, if that makes sense. So love those. Next, from Glossier, I do have their Stretch Concealer. It comes in a little pot like this. You guys, I can't say enough about this. If you are dry and aging under the eyes, check out Glossier Stretch Concealer. It literally goes on and stays on like a second freaking skin. I adore it. And next, from Too Faced, I have the Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I love this stuff, but the shade is a tad too dark for me. It's definitely more of like a summer shade for me, but I still use it. I just mix it with a lighter concealer, and I also love the application on this. It's got that really big doe foot applicator as well. And I will either, one of two things, mix it with a different color to lighten it up a little bit, or I will use this on kind of like the outer part of my face, blend it inwards, and then use a lighter one and a concealer on the parts that I want to kind of highlight in the middle, under the eyes, kind of right around here, a little bit on the chin. So I'll like use this on the outer part or just completely mix it, but it's an amazing product. Absolutely adore. Oh my God, so these I forgot to show in my priming video, and I wanted to give mention to them. I forgot because I store them outside of like where I store the majority of my primers, but I have two of the Becca primers. One is the First Light Primer, which is like a color correcting primer, and it smells like lavender. And then the Backlight Primer, which is more like a liquid luminizer than a primer, but it's very, very pretty. Let me show you what I mean. Like, I would never use this all over my face for like a full primer. I made that mistake once when I first got it, but it is like a liquid luminizer. I mean, I guess you could use the smallest amount all over your face, and then with your foundation on top of it, it probably wouldn't be so intense. But to me, it's more like a liquid luminizer, and I like to kind of use it in my highlight area underneath a powder highlight, and it looks so, so pretty. Now this one, definitely an all over the face type of primer, and I love these. So the fact that I forgot to mention them in my primer video, I definitely wanted to add them into the complexion video because they're definitely worth mentioning in my opinion. Ooh, and they both just smell so freaking good. Okay, and next I have some of the Nars, which foundation of this is theirs? Okay, so that's the shade. I think this is like this is the Natural Radiant long wear foundation. And I really love this. I kind of save this with that like black matte finish packaging. It looks so dirty all of the time just from touching it with makeup fingers, but this is a really, really amazing foundation. But I tend to use this more when I'm like going all out glam, don't want to be able to see one part of natural skin on my face. I want that complete full coverage airbrushed look. I'll go for this on those days, but it's really, really, really good. And next, from Bella Pierre, I have their BB Cream Derma Renew. So this is supposed to, again, have skin-loving ingredients in it, and it has a decent coverage for a BB cream. I actually use this all the time. It's almost gone, so, but I really like that, and I got it out of a Bella Pierre Complexion kit that I got off of a Marshall's near my house, and those things retail for like $100 and some on the website, and I picked it up for like $7.99 at Marshall's, and it came with the setting powder that I love and use on a daily basis on my eyes. It came with this and like some other things as well. It came with like 4 or 5 different products for $7.99, so I was really, really happy with that. Okay, so next, okay, so this is from, you guys, I don't even know I think this came from my mom. Now, this is actually an amazing product. It's a tinted moisturizer with SPF 46. It's supposed to be a universal tint to it, and it's supposed to be like skincare makeup put together, but like really, really, really skincare with some tint to it. And I actually really, really, really like it, but it's definitely a summer tone. It's supposed to be a universal shade, but that's what they say. But for me and my fairness and living in Michigan, it's just a summer shade. It kind of just gives a bronzed look, and it's a little bit too much for my complexion on my face in the winter time. But it still has like a year and a half before it expires, so I'm gonna hold on to it. No, should I get rid of it, or should I hold on to it for the summer? I'm gonna hold on to it for the summer. I've got to start getting rid of some shit. Make me get rid of something. Okay, we're definitely gonna get rid of some shit. Okay, now start pulling stuff out. Next, this is actually a really cool product. It's from Pixi, and it's a tinted moisturizer and concealer in one. I haven't used it in a while because I have so much stuff I kind of forget what I have down there. But the concealer is on the top, and it's got like a little top that screws over it like that. But this is actually a concealer, and a really, really, really nice one too. I think the shade on this is a little too yellow for me, maybe. If maybe that's what it was. Let's just try just a little bit on the inner corner. I mean, I have setting powder and everything. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I'm just curious. Yeah, no, I mean, like, it brightens really, really nicely, and it just, okay, so it's like a cream to powder type of foundation, or I mean concealer. It's supposed to be one of those ones that you really don't have to set, because as you rub it in, it kind of turns to powder, and it's actually really, really nice and velvety on the skin. And then what you do is you screw that part back on, and then screw that out, and you have a bottle of tinted moisturizer. And I believe this has SPF in it as well. Yep, it's got like SPF 20 in it. So yeah, I really like that. Also, I have the e.l.f. Camo Cc Cream. The problem with this was the shade was not right for me. This I'm going to declutter because the shade is not right for me. I know that I'm not gonna reach for it because it's just too dark for my tone. Like, even in the summer, it was a little too dark. Actually, this is really good. I wonder if my sister and I have kind of like different skin tones. We have the same mom. We grew up together with our mom, but we both have different dads. So my dryer just went off. So, we have different skin tones. I feel like this might go really well for my sister, so I'm going to set that aside for her. And then, I'm assuming from Ipsy, I have a Pure Lessie, Perfect Glow BB Cream. I love anything Pure Lessie, so I'm going to use that to the last drop. From Dragon Beauty, I have the Color Corrector in, I think this is like the lavender one, but it's starting to kind of discolor a little bit if you look closely. Do you see that? And I really don't reach for it. I thought that I wanted it really bad because I was going to stop doing concealer and just color correct because concealer was starting to set in my fine lines. But since then, I've found some tricks to keep concealer from setting in. And honestly, I don't reach for it, and it does kind of look like it might be going bad. So I'm going to let that one go. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. It's actually really, really nice, really thick, a really nice brightening under eye shade for me, but I can't stand the smell of it. It smells like legit rancid paint. So I'm gonna let this one go. Next, from Milk Makeup, I have their this is the Milk Makeup Skin Tint, and it's got some interesting application. So it's got like a little rolly ball there. Let me see if I can like kind of. So it's got like a little rolly ball, and then you push the product up like that. Yeah, I like this product. I'm definitely going to hold on to this one. This actually came to me through a box that one of my subscribers sent me a while back. She won one of the very first giveaways I had here on my channel. It was a really, one of those big giveaways that I have. And she sent me back like a box of a bunch of amazing goodies and thanks. And that was so sweet of her. And this was in the box, and I actually do really like it. I need to pull it out and use it more. I'm going to hold on to that one. From Fenty Beauty, this is the Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation. This is in the shade 120. It's definitely a little bit yellow toned for my skin, as you can see, even blended out. But it does work well mixed with some of my other foundations, and it's not like super old to my collection. And since I do sometimes reach for it, I'm going to hold on to that one. This one I'm going to let go of. It is the Revlon Candid. Oh, no, this one I'm holding on to. This is the Revlon Candid Glow. And this is like a moisturizing glow foundation from Revlon that is actually really, really nice. It kind of looks like kind of crazy, but that's just from use. It gives a really, really nice, hydrated, luminous, natural look. So like that. Okay, from Revlon again, this is the Color Stay Light Cover Foundation. I think I'm gonna let this one go just because I have so many other ones that I reach for over this. Not that it's a bad product, it's actually a really, really nice product, especially for drugstore, but I just have so many things that I don't reach for it, and I really can't see myself reaching for it, so I'm gonna let it go. From Covergirl, this is the True Blend Undercover Concealer. This is a really, really nice shade for brightening my under eyes. It's not expired, so I'm gonna hold on to it. Oh, this is not even a complexion product, so this is another highlighter that I must not have showed because it was in with my foundations. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible Galaxy Stick. What a pretty highlight stick. Let me see if like here. So really pretty highlight stick, but we're not supposed to be talking highlights in this video. So let me put this to the side. God, I haven't used that in so long, because it was in my foundation drawer, like in there, because there's like a drawer this big just full of complexion products. So, okay, next, yes, this I'm going to let go, not because I don't like the product, but, whoops, because the shade is not perfect for me and because it is old. I have had this for a long time, and it's got that sponge tip applicator. Look at how much that has oxidized. Yeah, it's time to let that go. But it is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Erase Treatment Makeup. So again, it is like a skincare makeup hybrid, and it actually really is a nice product, but the tone is off for me, and I have had it for a long time. So that one is gonna go. Next, from Clinique, I have one of their Chubby Stick Foundation Sticks. I have some of the blushes in this, and this is a foundation stick. It's definitely a summer tone for me. It actually, surprisingly, it looks like super dark for me, but it actually does work really well in the summertime for me. See, I'm half Sicilian and half Irish, so in the winter when my skin is not seeing the sun on a daily basis, I definitely get pale, but in the summer, the second that the sun hits my skin, I bronze. So I definitely need a full range of different shades from like winter to summer to spring to fall. So this is definitely a full-blown summer product for me, but it's Clinique and it's expensive and it's not expired, so I'm keeping it. Okay, so this I should have already decluttered. Remember, guys, I just tried this out in one of my recent videos where I had a my most recent TJ Maxx haul, and I was able to find the Estee Lauder Double Wear Maximum Cover Foundation for $19.99, and it is not super uncommon that we will see one or two of these scattered in, you know, my local Marshalls or TJ Maxx, but they're always very deep shades, never a shade that would even come close to something that I would think that might work for me. But this one time they had, I think it was like, what is the shade on here? It's like vanilla or something like that. So I looked it up online, and it literally described my skin tone to a T. It was like light to light, or it was like fair to light plus with neutral undertones. And I don't like it at all. I tried it. I think I gave it 3 shots. It looks super cakey, super accentuating to everything that I'm trying to hide, like fine lines, pores, all of that. It might just be like a my skin type thing, like slightly aging and very dry, because I have heard so many amazing things. This is like a cult favorite foundation, and I cannot believe that, like, not only did I not like it, I effing hated it. Like, it was the worst that I have ever tried in my whole life on my face. It was awful. But I only just squirted some out on my sponge, and I have a hard time throwing it out. Like, it might work for somebody else, and I might be able to gift it to them, and somebody that might be like super appreciative, and you know, maybe they don't have the money for high-end makeup, and it'll work out perfect for them. And so that is why I've held on to this. So I don't know if I should like let it go or continue to hold on to it. I love to like do that for people. Like, I don't know. I think I'll see if I can find a home for it, because some people swear by it. It's just not for me. So we'll see if I can find a home for that. Okay, you guys, this is an amazing product. This is the Pacifica Ultra CC Cream Radiant Foundation. It has SPF 17, and it is dropped. It is makeup and skincare, but first of all, the packaging is adorable, and I just love this stuff. It gives my skin such a luminous, healthy glow with just beautiful coverage. Do you see how it just literally covered everything in my hand, all of the discoloration? And look at, like, I feel like my ring light is like blinding out the healthy glow, but you can definitely see the coverage that just gave my whole hand. I absolutely adore this product. Also, it is affordable. It is a drugstore affordable option. I know this looks ratchet, but it is just from wiping makeup, literally. It's not dirty, it's just makeup. So, okay, so absolutely not getting rid of that. Adore this product, and definitely recommend checking it out if you're in the market for a like high coverage CC cream skincare option. Right here, baby, right here. Okay. Oh, I've got from Honest Beauty the CC Cream Correcting with Vitamin C. It is their tinted moisturizer. This is too dark for me. I am going to let it go. But I do think that the formula on it is nice, but the shade is not for me. Let me just make sure. Yeah. The shade is not for me. So I'm going to let that one go. I would try and pass it on to somebody that wouldn't mind that it was gently used or, you know, tried or whatever. But, you know, this is in the shade Light. I am so surprised that it is so dark. I wonder if it, you know what? I can't remember putting this on my face right now. I'm going to give this another go before I let go of it. See, you guys, this is what is wrong with me. I cannot let things go. I need to let things go. Jeannie, get it together. I should just let it go, but I'm going to give it one more go. Okay. Ooh, from Milani. I know that I definitely have 2 of these. Let's see if I can find the other one. Okay, well, the other one is in there somewhere, so I'll just skip showing that to you when I see it. But I do have the Milani Conceal and Perfect Long Wear Concealer. This is an amazing drugstore option. I have it in 2 shades, a summer shade and a winter shade. This is my winter shade, nice and brightening. Oof. chef's kiss, you guys. If you're looking for a drugstore option for a creamy, brightening, full coverage concealer, the Milani Conceal and Perfect. Okay. I also have the Neutrogena Radiant Cream Concealer. I've had this a while. It's not expired. I'm going to hold on to it. Oh, I love this one, you guys. This is very, very new to my collection. I found this for like 20 bucks at Marshall's, and it's from the Algenist, which is a skincare company that I absolutely freaking love. I am absolutely in love with their Triple LG Eye Balm. It has done wonders for my dry under eyes and even softened lines around my eyes, like visible results from it. So anyhow, this is their Repairing Tint and Radiance Tinted Moisturizer with SPF 30. I have mine in the shade Light Medium. I have been using this so much. Absolutely love it. It's definitely not a full coverage, but I would classify it as a light to medium buildable coverage. And it just really kind of just perfects the skin with like a soft focus perfection finish kind of thing, but absolutely love it. And of course it has skin loving ingredients as well. Oh, you guys, this is a good one. This is my Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Tinted Moisturizer Foundation. Absolutely adore this. I have mine in the shade 4. It does say that it expires in like 3 months, so I need to get using this again so that I don't waste it. Whoops. Because there's still a lot in there, and these are expensive, you guys. I paid full price for that bad boy at Sephora. So I'm going to get to using this one again. In fact, I'm going to leave it out on my... So like one day I will give you guys a tour of where I sit, and you can see like where I store everything and how I store it, and then literally what's on the desk on the sides where you guys can't see, but there's like a ton of stuff there. And I am going to leave this out so that I see it when I'm getting ready so that I use it. Okay, from Mary Kay, I actually have the CC Cream in Very Light. This is that's a nice product. It's a nice CC cream. I'm going to start going through a little more quickly because we're going on 40 minutes and I got a few more things to get through. So we're just going to start going through them. This is from By Terry. This is actually a very interesting product. I just got it from my TJ Maxx, but it's supposed to be an illuminating foundation stick, and it has an illuminating side and a foundation stick. This one was in the shade Creamy Beige, which I was hoping would work for me. I just recently purchased this, like I said. They're like expensive online, but I think it was like $8 or something at my TJ Maxx, so I thought I hit the jackpot, but the shade just is not right for me. I'm hoping that it will work for me in the summer, so we will definitely hold on to it and see. And next from First Aid Beauty, I had the Hello Fab Avocado Concealer. This is a great creamy brightening concealer, so love that one. Okay, so here is another one of my my Tarte Shape Tape Glow Wand. That was a mouthful for some reason right now because we're going on like 3 in the morning and I worked all day and I have a little bit of Cabernet in me now. So we're talking about Charts now. The Shape Tape Glow Wand, you guys. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. Okay, so there's that. I actually have a few of these Truly Yours Dark Circle Concealers from Joa. This is another really good, in my humble opinion, drugstore option for full coverage concealers. They're very full coverage. They're creamy. they last all day. Like when I put these bad boys on under my eyes and in the places that I want to conceal, it really, really does stick and stay all day. So I definitely like those. I've just got 2 different shades depending on my skin tone or depending on the brightness that I'm going for on that particular day. Guys, this is a great, great product right here. This is from Joa as well, and it's the Crystal Glow Tinted Moisturizer. One side comes with this brush, so it's actually not a sponge. It's like a brush, and it's really, really soft, and it's for like stippling in the product, well, clearly. And then it is a stick product, but it's so, so pretty. It's definitely kind of more of a summer tone for me, but I'm not going to get rid of it because I do love it in the summer. It gives such a pretty luminosity to the skin. Wow, is that looking super yellow on my skin? I guess the skin on your hand and your face are slightly different in tone. And like I said, this is a summer tone for me, but that looks so yellow on my hand. And it makes me wonder if it's oxidizing and going bad, because if that's the case, I should probably just declutter it. But I don't know. I'll have to revisit that because I do really, really like it. From NYX, I have the Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation. This is a good drugstore foundation. I do like it. And next, again, from NYX, this is the HD Studio Photogenic Concealer. Again, this is a really, really nice drugstore concealer that is great for really, really brightening the under eye area. From NYX, this is the Bear With Me Tinted Moisturizer. This is a summer product for me. I don't use this in the winter because the shade is a little bit off for me in the winter. From Sassy Chick. So I think this is either dollar store or Five Below, but it is their Beauty BB cream in the shade Light, and I actually really, really like it. Okay. From Wet n Wild, this is the Photo Focus concealer. This is a super, super light shade. When I use this, I literally use like a dot or two in the very inner corner part and a dot or two out here to really, really, really brighten, or I'll put like a little bit on the tip of my nose and just like 1 dot, 2 dots, 1 dot kind of thing, and then use a different concealer with it when I want a really, really highlighted, brightened look. I have some more Revlon Candid. Actually, I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of that one. I have the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator. I am going to let this one go just because the shade does not match my skin tone, but I'd like to try it in another shade that might work better for me, but this one did not work so well for me. Okay, we're getting to the bottom of it, guys. Okay, from Cargo, this is their Jet Lag Concealer. This is actually a really, really, really good concealer. I definitely recommend that one. Okay, this is from Joa. This is the Wand Me Up Concealer. This is another one from the drugstore that I really, really recommend. It's super creamy, really, really nice and long wearing. I feel like I really, really like the Joa stuff when it comes to drugstore lines. Joa and NYX. Again, we have the NYX Born to Glow Concealer. Really great for dry skin. Just a really, really great drugstore concealer in my opinion. From Physicians Formula, oh, this is a bronzer that was in with my Complexion products. So I have a Physicians Formula bronzer in light, but we're not talking about bronzers today. Oh my God, you guys, this has got to go. This has got to go. This is the Natasha Denona concealer that BoxyCharm sent me one month. And then before I even had the box at my house, I got an email saying, we are so sorry that we messed up, but we think we might have sent you a shade that isn't going to work for you. Ya think so, BoxyCharm? This is the color you sent me for a concealer. It is Natasha Denona, and obviously I have never used it because what the hell am I going to do with this shade? But the only reason why I've held on to it is because I thought maybe I'll come across somebody that the shade would work for. It's a high-end product, and I could just give it to them because I can't use it. I love to do that. I love to, like, give things away to people, especially when I feel like, you know, I'm helping somebody out and like they're really happy and excited to have it. Like, it makes my heart happy. I love that kind of stuff. But I have not found anybody that this orange will work for. And to be quite honest, I don't think I am. If you think that this shade will work for you, let me know in the comments down below. I'll happily send it out to you. Otherwise, I'm getting rid of that guy. Okay, so next from Wet n Wild, this is another one of the Wet n Wild concealers. This is more of a summer shade for me. So I have the one that is like my winter shade and my summer shade. I have that a lot with like my concealers and foundations, guys. This is from Pure, and it is their Disappearing Ink Concealer. So it's got some interesting packaging there. It's just a concealer, guys. I do like it. I like this. The thing that I like this for is when, like, I do not get a whole lot of breakouts because I'm a dry skin. Typically, I'm a dry skin girl, but when I do have a zit or two, I just love the application of this, and it just kind of like dots out those blemishes, and that's kind of like my go-to blemish concealer, if you will. From L'Oreal, I have the Infallible Full Wear Concealer. This is another great drugstore option. This shade is perfect on me for brightening the under eye area. I absolutely love this one. From Makeup Forever, I have the Ultra HD Foundation Stick. It is just a foundation stick, but this is definitely a summer shade for me. I do have another one of the Revlon Candids. I have quite a few different shades of these. I actually used to absolutely love these, but I've kind of grown on from these, and grown into some different products that I like more. So, yeah, I'm going to let that go. From Smashbox. Oh, you guys, I totally forgot I had this. I found this at Marshall's. I couldn't believe it. I think it was like $15 or something like that. And this is a really expensive foundation. It's the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. 24-hour foundation is a huge freaking claim. But I couldn't believe there was one in the store. And when I looked up the shade that it is, it was supposed to be like my perfect shade. And when I tried it, it really was. This is like a perfect shade for me for a full coverage foundation. And I completely forgot that I have it. I may have used it like once, and I got it like a month or two ago. No, probably like maybe like 3 months ago, but I've used it like once. So I'll definitely be holding on to that and revisiting that. I do have a Morphe Concealer. This one is super light. So this is one of those ones that I like dot in on the very inner corner parts of my face to really brighten and illuminate those areas. Or sometimes I'll use this as an eyeshadow base to really kind of like block out any discoloration or veins on my lids before I go in with my shadows. I also have a little mini Dr. Jart Premium BB cream. This probably maybe came out of an Ipsy. I couldn't imagine where I would have gotten one of these besides Ipsy, or maybe like the little Sephora treats that they send you when you shop online, and they send you like the little mini treats. So this either came from that or Ipsy, but I can't remember how I feel about it, and I'll have to see. Okay. Here's the other Milani one that I was talking about. So I have the Milani Perfect, Conceal and Perfect in 2 different shades. Here's the lighter for my candle that I was looking for earlier. This definitely is from an Ipsy. It's from IPKN, and it is a moist and firm BB cream. I don't know. I probably should just get rid of this. I think I've had this for like probably ever, and I don't even know what the hell it is, and I don't even know the brand. I'm gonna get rid of that. Ooh, this is one of my faves, guys. I love this. This is the Clarins Pore Perfecting Mattifying Foundation. Now, you would think as a dry skin girl that I would not be super hot and heavy on a mattifying foundation, but this Clarins one is so beautiful on the skin. If you ever get an opportunity to try this one, no matter what your skin type, I feel like you would love it because it's obviously probably going to be really good for people who are looking for that mattification, but even for somebody that isn't, I love it. So I feel like this is like an all-around good product. Okay. And next from Almay, I have the Best Friends Forever makeup. This I am going to declutter only because I've had it for a long time. It's got one of those sponge tip applicators. I've just had it for too long. And to be honest with you, I haven't used it in so long, I can't remember what I think about the product, but I don't think it's a bad product, but I've just had it. So I'm going to let that one go. I've got the little mini Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape concealer that I got out of a very recent Ipsy, along with the Pure Lissy Ageless Glow BB Serum, which I absolutely adore both of these products, and these are both going to be going with me in my Hawaii trip. So I'm going to Hawaii very, very soon, and I'm trying to find ways to cut down on luggage, because the last time we went on a vacation we had to pay like an extra $100 for my bag because it was overweight. So I don't want to go through that embarrassment again. I want to try and pack light, so little things like this from Ipsy are going to come in really, really handy for me for that. And then from Kokie, I have the Be Bright Illuminating Concealer. This is a shade that I love the formula, but the shade is too dark for me even in the summer for a concealer. So that one I'm going to let go. This is the Revlon Photo Ready Concealer. I actually like this as an eyeshadow base, so it's not really something that I use like under my eyes or to actually conceal with. Well, I do conceal, but I conceal my eyelids with this. So I actually really like that product for that. This is one of my favorite stick foundations, and it is the Sephora line. Mine is in the shade Birch, and this is what it looks like. This is such a beautiful foundation, and this shade, if you are like fair to light with neutral undertones, this shade, when it goes onto the face and is blended in, is like a second skin. Like, you cannot tell where the makeup is and where the actual face is. And I just really, really, really love this Sephora line foundation stick. So there is that. Okay, we've got only three products left. So we have 2 of the Urban Decay All-Nighter concealers. I have 2 different shades. One is more of a summertime, and one is a super, super light winter time. And then this is another one that I do like to use as a concealer, but I really, really like to use it as an eye primer as well. Then I also have the Laura Mercier. This is her Secret Blurring Under Eye Powder. Now, it actually looks super dark and yellow, but you would be surprised that I can actually use this under my eyes, and I don't know how. I guess it's just like a secret magic kind of thing. Like, I definitely tend to use this with my summer skin more, but even in the winter, as you can see with how dark it is, that is like surprising. Now I feel like it did darken that just a little bit, and like I said, this is more of like a summertime tone for me, but even so, that is like amazing. This stuff really, 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 I don't know what this actually is, her magic under eye blurring powder, but I really, really, really like that. And I kind of forgot that I have it. Haven't used it in a while because things get lost in like the drawers, but I'll have to make a point to use that again because I really, really like it. Now, you guys, I am 120% sure that I am missing a few items in this whole thing, but since we're literally going on an hour, I'm just gonna let it go and we will call that my foundation collection. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for hanging out, and your girl better get some sleep because I literally have to work every day for the next 7 days. So mwah, love you. And I will see you guys very, very soon in my next video. Bye.